Okay, ta-da! Assignment 6 all finished up. So I just want to go over a few things that will make a successful project for you. First of all, we consider layout. So we started off, we have a thumbnail plan, and those are typically in a left hand or an upper right hand corner. But a very important thing here to make sure that it is proportionate. So make sure you start off with a basic 8 by 8 square and position your objects accordingly. Then below it, we've got the vignette, the perspective of the objects, what you're planning on doing. And it's interesting, when I look at what has been created here and then I compare it back to the final work, they should relate fairly strongly. So what has to happen is just make sure that all of your proportions when you create your freehand grid are all very accurate. So your assessment of the basic square is going to be really key for that. So then it's the construction of this with really crisp drafted lines. So make sure that you draft everything in plan first. Can't really see them. I've kind of gone a little bit silent there in my construction lines, but I do leave my construction lines in. I did elevate, first of all, very lightly. I elevated back forward to these pieces here, and then I went back to darken them up to make sure that they read in terms of depth of field and that the construction lines were also minimized a little bit. So I've just basically outlined very darkly the outline of the object. So this should be a little bit lighter here, but the outline should carry up and around this pyramid, straight up around like so, and all the way around that back edge. Same thing for the octagonal prism, and down around it comes. But I've left the edges that are inside of this object, inside of that shape, I've left the facets with a nice crisp line. So you can see how the cube is divided there. And then added the scale figure as best I could, knowing that the eyes were from the vanishing point. And I wanted my figure to stand in between the objects. So I've counted out basically from the eyes, I've divided it up into 8 into this region and created basically a form there. Now I got this from another book from Architectural Graphics, again, Francis Ching, but very easy. I don't know if I got it so soon here, people. I'm looking, oh, there we go, people. So I kind of borrowed a figure, but just leaving them fairly ghosted in here. You don't have to get too complex with scale figures at all. Just outlines really do suffice for that. And what was the last thing? Titling the drawing. So choosing a place and a position for your label, and the vanishing point really does point you in the direction of where that label wants to be. It makes more sense here. Over here it would have been too heavy on the left-hand side. So I've lined it up with the left edge of that cube, and I've purposely actually made it go all the way out to here because, again, a very strong alignment like so that overall the drawing reads nicely like that. So good luck with it and have lots of fun.